Nestled in the dusty depths of a South African mine lies a mystery that has puzzled scientists, archaeologists, and enthusiasts alike for decades: the Klerksdorp Spheres. These small, metallic objects, discovered in 3-billion-year-old pyrophyllite deposits near the town of Ottosdal in the northwest province, defy easy explanation. With their near-perfect spherical shapes, grooved surfaces, and perplexing origins, they have sparked heated debates. Are they evidence of an ancient, advanced civilization, or simply a quirky product of nature's geological processes? The Klerksdorp Spheres first came to light in the late 20th century, when miners unearthed them from Precambrian rock layers, some of the oldest geological formations on Earth. Ranging in size from a mere half-inch to about 4 inches in diameter, these objects vary in composition. Some are solid bluish metal with white flecks, while others are hollow with a fibrous interior. What sets them apart are their striking features. Many exhibit concentric grooves around their equators, giving them an almost machined appearance, and they are remarkably well balanced, rolling smoothly despite their age. Curiously, these spheres were found embedded in pyrophyllite, a soft, metamorphic mineral formed billions of years ago under intense heat and pressure. According to mainstream geology, the deposits date back to a time when Earth was still a primordial soup, long before complex life, or any life capable of crafting tools, emerged. The miners who discovered them were initially baffled, as the spheres stood out starkly against the rough, unrefined rock. Over time, hundreds of these objects have been collected, with some ending up in private hands, and others preserved for study. Proponents of the ancient technology theory argue that the Klerksdorp spheres are too precise and too symmetrical to be natural formations. Some claim they resemble artifacts of intelligent design, perhaps tools, ornaments, or even components of machinery, created by a lost civilization. The grooves, they say, suggest lathe work, or intentional carving, hinting at a level of sophistication that challenges our understanding of prehistory. One particularly intriguing anecdote comes from a collector who claimed that a sphere, when placed on a flat surface, would slowly rotate on its own, a phenomenon attributed by some to an internal energy source or magnetic properties, though no scientific evidence supports this. This idea gained traction in fringe circles after reports surfaced that one sphere, when tested, was so perfectly balanced that it rivaled the precision of modern engineering. Enthusiasts have speculated that these objects could be relics of an extraterrestrial visit, or a forgotten human culture from a time before recorded history. The notion isn't entirely without precedent. Ancient texts and oral traditions from various cultures speak of sky gods or advanced beings who left behind mysterious artifacts. Could the spheres be remnants of such an encounter? Adding fuel to the fire, some point to their metallic composition, which includes hematite and goethite, as evidence of artificial smelting or alloying. Independent researchers have even suggested that the spheres might have been used as weights or bearings in some unknown mechanical system, though no supporting archaeological context exists. Skeptics, including most geologists, dismiss these claims as fanciful. They argue that the Klerksdorp spheres are nothing more than concretions, natural formations created by mineral precipitation within sedimentary rock. Concretions often take on unusual shapes, from disks to spheres, as minerals crystallize around a central nucleus over millions of years. The grooves? Likely the result of differential weathering, or stress fractures in the surrounding matrix, not the work of a craftsman's hand. Geologist Paul V. Heinrich, who has studied similar objects, notes that concretions can form with surprising regularity due to chemical gradients in the rock, a process well documented in other mineral deposits. The sphere's age also poses a problem for the ancient technology hypothesis. At 3 billion years old, they predate not only humanity, but multicellular life itself. The Earth at that time was a hostile world of volcanic eruptions and oceans teeming with simple microbes, no place for advanced toolmakers. Geologists like John McPhee have likened the spheres to similar formations found worldwide, such as the Moeruki boulders of New Zealand, or the iron-rich concretions of Utah, suggesting they're part of a broader natural phenomenon. Moreover, the pyrophyllite matrix in which they were found shows no signs of disturbance or artificial working, further supporting the idea that they formed in situ over eons. Recent studies have shed additional light on the sphere's composition. X-ray diffraction and spectroscopic analyses conducted in the early 2000s confirmed that they consist primarily of hematite, goethite, and traces of other iron oxides, materials common in the region's geology. The hollow spheres, meanwhile, contain a chalky, fibrous material that some geologists identify as a form of fossilized microbial mat, hinting at a biological role in their formation. This aligns with theories that microbial activity in ancient sediments could have catalyzed the precipitation of minerals into spherical shapes, a process observed in modern environments like deep-sea vents. One lesser-known aspect is the sphere's hardness. While pyrophyllite ranks low on the Mohs scale, 1 to 2, the spheres themselves are significantly tougher due to their iron content, leading some to question how they remained intact for billions of years. Geologists counter that this durability is typical of iron-rich concretions, which resist erosion better than their softer host rock. Still, the debate persists, with critics of the natural explanation pointing to the lack of identical formations elsewhere in the same deposit. Beyond the scientific fray, the Klerksdorp Spheres have carved out a niche in popular culture. They've appeared in documentaries, books, and even video games as symbols of the unknown. In South Africa, they've become a point of local pride, with the Klerksdorp Museum showcasing them alongside exhibits on the region's mining history. Tourists and collectors have driven a small trade in the spheres, though many specimens remain in private collections, limiting access for researchers. The objects have also inspired alternative historians like Michael Cremo, author of Forbidden Archaeology, who cites them as evidence of a suppressed ancient past. Cremo and his ilk argue that mainstream science dismisses anomalies like the spheres to protect established timelines, a claim met with eye rolls from academics. Yet this tension underscores a broader question. How do we interpret evidence that doesn't fit neatly into our models? Despite the scientific consensus leaning toward a geological explanation, the Klerksdorp Spheres refuse to fade from the spotlight. Online forums buzz with theories ranging from the plausible to the outlandish. Some even suggest they're fossilized eggs of an extinct species, though no biological traces support this. Their allure lies in their ambiguity. Neither side can definitively prove its case, leaving room for imagination to flourish. Some researchers have called for more rigorous studies, such as 3D laser scanning, or isotopic dating of the internal fibers, to unlock new clues. Others argue that the mystery is overblown, a case of human pattern-seeking run amok. The Klerksdorp Spheres stand at the crossroads of wonder and skepticism, a testament to the mysteries still buried beneath our feet. Are they proof of ancient ingenuity, lost to time, or just another of nature's whimsical sculptures? Their story transcends the objects themselves, touching on our fascination with the past, and our willingness to question the boundaries of possibility. Whether they're artifacts of a forgotten genius, microbial handiwork, or geological flukes, they remind us how much of Earth's history remains unwritten. Perhaps the truth lies not in choosing a side, but in embracing the question itself and the endless curiosity it inspires. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on ancient mysteries, spirituality, and self-development.